helped me to reach 2,000 subscribers. I noticed a bracelet before I noticed her face. That thin silver chain with a tiny sapphire charm glimmered under the restaurant's warm lights like a secret calling out to me. My breath snagged in my chest. My fingers twitched. My heart felt as if someone had reached inside and twisted it without warning. Because I had given that bracelet to my husband on our 15th anniversary. He'd told me he misplaced it. Now it sat on her wrist. I stood frozen at the edge of the private dining room, my coat still clutched in my hand, my smile stiffening as my husband gestured me over. His eyes widened in a way that was not relief, but recognition. And guilt. Subtle, quiet guilt that tried to hide behind his practiced grin. I took a slow breath, steadying myself, telling my muscles to move. But inside, something had already cracked. She rose from her chair. Tall, polished, confident. Expensive perfume floated around her, soft and floral. Her hair was smooth and styled in loose waves that looked effortless but were anything but. She extended her hand toward me. "So nice to finally meet you," she said. Her voice was warm, too warm, like someone who already knew everything about me. I shook her hand. My throat felt tight. My mind screamed questions, but my lips held a polite smile. I felt my husband's eyes flick between us, measuring every micro-expression. I sat today. The room felt too small, too bright, too silent under the conversation they tried to start. "She's my business partner," my husband said, his voice a little too quick. "We've been working on the Sheridan deal for months." She nodded. "Months," she repeated. "Months." The same months he had been coming home late. The same months he said he was under pressure. The same months I had swallowed my instincts because 20 years of marriage should mean trust, should mean loyalty, should mean honesty. But the bracelet was right there. Every time she lifted her wine glass, its sapphire winked at me. I tried to focus on the menu, but the words blurred. Their laughter filled the air, but it rang false, like the echo of something rotten beneath a polished surface. I watched them, closely, how she leaned slightly toward him, how he angled his shoulder in her direction, how their eyes met with a familiarity that made my stomach churn. My voice came out quieter than intended. "So how did you two meet?" She smiled before he did. "Conference last year," she said. "He was unforgettable." Unforgettable. The word stung, lodging inside me like a thorn. My husband cleared his throat and jumped in. "Strictly professional." She chuckled. "Of course. Mostly. Mostly. A small word. A dangerous word." My pulse hammered in my ears. I lifted my glass, taking a slow sip, hoping it would steady the tremor in my hand. It did not. I thought of the nights he fell asleep on the couch with his phone tucked away. The trips he said were mandatory. The sudden new cologne. The way he flinched once when I touched his shoulder unexpectedly. Red flags I had folded neatly and tucked away. She excused herself to take a call. As she walked away, the bracelet flashed again. I felt it slice through the last layer of denial inside me. My husband turned to me. "You're quiet," he said carefully. "Am I?" My voice was steady, but he knew me too well. His shoulders tensed. "What's wrong?" I looked him straight in the eyes. "Where did she get that bracelet?" His face drained of color. He blinked, swallowed, looked toward the hallway where she had disappeared. A storm of guilt washed over his expression. A storm he tried to hide, but I saw everything. He whispered, "Please, not here." "Why not here?" I asked. "Why not now? 20 years, and I deserve the truth." He rubbed his forehead. "It was a gift. From me." "I know. I gave it to you." Silence expanded between us, thick, suffocating. His eyes glistened, not with love, not with fear of losing me, but fear of being exposed. He whispered, "It wasn't supposed to go this far." My breath left my lungs in a sharp, painful rush. How far did it go? His lips trembled. "Far." I closed my eyes. My heart felt like a fragile glass dropped on concrete, shattered into pieces too small to gather neatly. When she returned, she sensed a shift immediately. Her smile faded. She glanced at him, then at me, then at the bracelet she suddenly seemed painfully aware of. I stood, I need a moment, I said, pushing my chair back. But as I walked toward the exit, something inside me calmed. A strange clarity washed over my chest. 20 years of trying, forgiving, hoping. 20 years of believing in a man who had quietly chosen someone else. Outside, the air was cool and sharp. I inhaled deeply. He followed me out moments later. "Please," he whispered. "Let's talk." "We will," I said, "just not as the people we were an hour ago." His eyes filled with dread. "For 20 years," I continued, "I trusted you. I believed in us. But you put that bracelet on someone else. You put your time, your loyalty, your honesty into someone else." He reached for me. I stepped back. "I'm not ending this tonight," I said softly. "But I am ending the version of myself who ignored the signs. The version who believed love could blind me forever." My voice steadied. I deserve a partner who chooses me. Not in secret, not in excuses, but in truth. His posture crumbled. I turned away, this time walking with a certainty I hadn't felt in years. Every step felt like reclaiming something I had lost without noticing. My story with him was not finished yet, but the woman who would write the next chapter was stronger, sharper, fearless. And this time, she would not look away.